All right, we're pulling into the gallery. And a few months ago, I got invited to do a show. I was asked to come and paint here at Ochi Gallery in Sun Valley, Idaho. And Sun Valley is a small town in the center of Idaho. And the origins are that the Union Pacific in 1936 came out here looking for a great place to start a ski resort. And they discovered the mining town of Ketchum and then built this huge lodge and then basically created Sun Valley as the first destination ski resort in the country. When I walked up to the windows, kind of opened the drapes, and there's just a little moment, where you're like, oh, this is incredible. I am seeing the exact same view that I grew up with. And it's this very impactful mountain that I think about a lot because it's something I looked at all the time as a kid. And so this whole show, is a lot about the view from this room, but it's also a lot about reflection. And so being able to come back, 48 years later and be able to paint with the same view out of your studio that you grew up in is a real kind of special moment in my career as a painter. My process has evolved quite a bit. I come from a design background, and so being able to now use AI as a tool where I can take elements of different images to basically create almost a mashup of these locations into one image. So the different lakes that I absolutely love, I'm kind of combining all of those together and making almost the feeling of being in these spaces is more important to me than the specific location. There's something about the texture of nature, and in nature there's really no straight lines. Everything has kind of its own shape. And so for me, when I started, I really wanted people to come up to the work to actually see that there was a deep, almost a three-dimensional aspect, almost sculpting on top of a canvas. And so by doing so, I started painting this kind of wet-on-wet process with a color palette. And the color palette really comes from where I'm from. The greens and the pinks and all of those are natural colors that you see in the mountains in Idaho. I started my art career kind of late in life, and I think that there are so many people that are just constantly telling you that you can't do things, you're unable to basically accomplish or do the things that you're passionate about. And I really think that once I kind of was able to kind of silence those people and really just focus on what do I want to do? And it just became that making art was something that I absolutely love doing, and becoming an artist was the most important thing for me in my life.